Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of this Dislife Podcast. Thank you so much for making our podcast a part of your Disney life. I am your host, Mark Valentine, and if this is your first time that you're joining our show, welcome home. Please don't forget to give us a rating and a review and hit that subscribe button over at Apple Podcasts so that we can grow our Dislife family. If you want to stay inside of the Disney bubble, please join us over in our Facebook group, This Dislife, and follow us on Instagram at This Dislife Podcast, where we share gorgeous pictures, quotes, hold contests, and giveaways every single month to make your life a little bit more magical. So this is episode 5 of season 2. We have a really special group of guests today where we are welcoming the cast of Moana Jr.
Yay!
Everybody, you're being broadcast over on our YouTube channel as well as our Facebook group. So this is pretty exciting for me. I've never had this many people on a show before, so I'm testing the limits of StreamYard as we broadcast here and record over on StreamYard. And you know, this was a really special episode for me because we just joked. I am the stage manager for this amazing drama club. And I get to serve with these 3 ladies, Janet Prundle, my wife, Linda Valentine, and Jen Carreri, who is the music director extraordinaire. And I get to serve as the stage manager every year. And this production, like so many others around the world, fell victim to COVID this year. And because of restrictions here in the Northeast, the kids were not able to perform this year like they normally do. But there is a saying in the theater community that the show must go on. And so it is. We're so happy, and I could not be more proud of what these 3 ladies have done. I've not even had a chance to do anything this year because there's no stage to manage this year for me. But Janet Prundle and Linda Valentine, again, along with their musical director, Jennifer Carreri, have been working so hard with these amazing and talented kids, and they are taking the performance virtual this year. And I admire their spirit. I love their determination and the fact that they weren't giving up this year on spreading the magic. And so we were like really, really excited. And I said, listen, I would love the kids to come on the show and to talk about this so that we can get thousands and thousands of people to see this amazing group of children and what they've done. And the way that they didn't let COVID stop their spirit. We have an amazing live streamed performance. So it's pre-taped. It's not live, but it's pre-taped. But you can purchase, and Jen and Janet and Linda are going to tell you, you can purchase a pass and bring the magic home with you. You can bring the show home and check out the Spirit of Moana Jr. live in your living rooms. Mm-hmm. Kids have just done this amazing job on it. So without any further ado, I'd like to welcome the cast and the creative team of Moana Jr. from HBE to the Tiki Room studio. Guys, welcome to this Dislife, everybody.
Yay! Hi. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
So, guys, hang tight. I can't wait to talk to the kids. And I have to say, that's what makes it so magical year after year. It's always the kids that just make it worth putting on the show year after year because they inspire you. They make you tear up. They make you smile from ear to ear. And I know Moana Jr. is going to be no exception to that. But I want to ask the 2 co-directors first. Janet and Linda, it's been a really interesting year for you guys in terms of getting the kids ready. How has this process changed? I know what it's normally like. So how has it changed for you to prepare for the show this year?
It was different from the get-go. So we knew at the time we weren't going to be able to do auditions live. So the kids, they all met us on a Google Meet. We put them into breakout rooms and we listened to them virtually. So we had some issues with, just internet, Wi-Fi. So that was that to contend with. That's how it started. And then from there on, it's been different, I think, for us at every single turn.
Yeah.
Every single thing that we've said, costumes, props. Usually we spend weekends making hundreds of costumes and glue gun burns and glitter everywhere. Well, yeah. You could say, Mark, the glitter all over the house, beads, everything. And this year it's been really minimal, but somehow it hasn't dulled the show. The show is still amazing. The kids are amazing.
No, I completely agree. Auditions were great, but it definitely was a different feel. Normally, like, you see the kids in front of you and we get to, know their little personalities from 10 feet away, and on a Google Meet, you don't always see that because they're trying to make sure that the background noise from the other members of their household aren't disrupting their audition. But I do have to say, like, there's definitely been little snippets of really positive things that have come out of this. We were approached the other day from a fellow colleague who oversees one of the classroom that has students in it that participate in our show. And there are some of our little fourth graders. And she said, they just couldn't stop talking about how much fun this has been and how amazing it's been. That even though they couldn't do it on stage, they've had so much fun recording the videos, and that they really have enjoyed the one-on-one time with us, which is something that we don't normally get with every single cast member.
Yeah.
So, that has definitely been a positive this year, that we do really get one-on-one directing time with every single member of this cast.
And some of it too is, so for those of you too who've never really seen the rehearsal process, or if you're not local, like these three ladies usually get anywhere from 30 to 50 kids on these productions. They're massive undertakings. I always I marvel at what the three of you do year after year, and it never looks like an elementary school performance. I've told you that before. You've got a compliment before that, whether it was Aladdin or The Lion King, people come up and go, "This is extra." You are extra, and production value matters. And Linda sent me a clip of the introduction the other day, and oh my goodness, Jen, the kids sounded amazing.
They do. They sound awesome.
Yeah.
Jen, what was your favorite song you worked on with the kids, Jen, this year?
Well, Jocelyn and William know this because I tell them all the time. I love Warrior. I love that one so much.
So now that
part 3, not so much.
Right. Yes.
Well, that's another cool aspect that you mentioned. That I know that I didn't kind of preload this question, but so there's a lot of music that's not in the theatrical or the full version of the film. There's stuff that's been specifically written for the theater production, correct?
Yes. And I actually think that some of the songs that were written for the theatrical production are better than the songs that are in the movie.
Yeah. When we did the
more
Little
background stuff going on, like there's more layers than there is with the songs in the movie, which is cool.
And when we did Little Mermaid for the stage, it was the same thing. There's a lot of stuff on the stage that Alan Menken didn't have in the movie. It just, it's great. And those are the songs I like more sometimes than the stuff that you don't see in the movie. Yep. Jen, what was it like to get the kids to sing through Zoom?
That is really challenging. They're doing a fantastic job, but it's hard because you can't really hear them because they have to mute often. Otherwise, the Google Meet has a lot of glitches and feedback and delays. So they're doing a fantastic job singing by themselves and not being able to work on choral singing, hearing people all around you join in. They're just impressive. And Genevieve, there's my sidekick. She always helps with playing all the tracks. She's a great assistant. Right, Genevieve?
I could just imagine the logistics of it. And I say that because I laugh at being in the business world at the meetings, like the Zoom meetings that go awry with like 20 or 30 insurance agents who like they're never all muted when they're supposed to be, or they've got like just random things happening in the background. So like I just envision all of the snafus that happen during musical and or like rehearsing scenes. It must be like providing pure comedy for you guys.
Well, I think it's the same with the dancing too. Like we were talking about normally, when you're performing on stage, and it's the same singing wise too, like you feed off the people next to you. And when you're doing in the middle of a dance number, your peripheral vision, you can watch the people around you for timing. These kids are recording all by themselves. So it's like they have to really, truly, truly learn every step. And some of them are their versions of the steps, which are just equally as awesome.
Would you bring up another cool like aspect of this that like I can't wait to see it in full effect is that this is all captured on an individual basis and then layered using technology so that all the kids come together. And like that aspect really just made me kind of freak out a little bit.
Yeah. that's definitely been keeping us up at night.
Yeah.
So we have how many kids in total now, Jen?
I believe 34 kids in total.
So 34 videos that come in of the entire 50-minute show. And then on those videos is them talking. And then there's a secondary video. If they're in a dance, then they had that video that they had to send us. We're videotaping them in school. It's been a lot. It's definitely from what we've done so far, we think we're getting the hang of it. It's really super difficult, but I mean, the kids they just go with it. They record it. They sent it in, and half of them, like Genevieve, she was done before we even figured out, before Mrs. Prendle and Miss Jen and I even figured out how to upload it. Genevieve's like, I'm done. Okay. Like, oh,
here you go.
Yeah. And and we're going to say it like 900 times. These kids are amazing. These kids are really amazing. And that's why, that's why we're here today, to like just share their magic and how amazing they are, but also that we would love for you to join that production. We would love for you to bring that magic into your house in February. We're going to we'll give you the dates of those as well. But it's going to be pretty spectacular. What other shows has HBE done? Because you are a relatively young program.
We are, yes.
This is our 6th year, I think, right?
Yep. So we started with Yes, Virginia. Which was a free production that we downloaded online. It was, I would say, we always joke about it. It's probably our typical elementary production. We had like the cardboard scenery and, like the dresses that the kids brought from home and the costumes. It was really cute, adorable. The kids were amazing. They got to put it on at the high school. So that was, they loved it. But that was definitely our first.
Yeah. And it was very quick too, because we were told, I think the middle of October, we were asked to do it. And we had to put it on by the first weekend in December. So it was a very, very quick turnaround. And the kids were just awesome.
And our second one was
Annie Jr.
Annie, you remember that one, Mark?
You remember that one, Daddy Warbucks?
I was tapped to be Daddy Warbucks. Yeah. I would not wear a bald cap, though. I said no, I would not wear. So I died. Powder. Yeah, the baby powder making me gray.
I will never forget him coming home after the first. I remember telling Janet after the first rehearsal on stage, he was like, "Oh my Lord!" He goes, "My mind is blown. All these kids everywhere." But he had a great time. It's that was our first huge production. We had 60 kids, I think, right?
Yeah,
it was gigantic. And I had been acting for almost 2 decades at that point. But the joy that I got from doing that was something that'll sustain me for the rest of my life. I'll never forget.
A lot of ad lib practice you got in that one, and
I'll never forget being Daddy Warbucks and doing that show. It was a lot of fun.
Yep. So then we did Aladdin Jr.
That was another huge one.
Yep.
And Lion King was after Aladdin. That was last year.
2 years ago.
Sorry. Yes. 2 years ago.
And then last year was Peter Pan.
Which was huge too.
And Peter Pan was a gigantic production. The kids flew. Foy came in.
Yep.
It was awesome.
You don't see a lot of elementary schools tackling flying by Foy. At that level,
that was an experience.
Again,
Linda got to experience it as well.
You guys are extra though. There's no just putting on a
go big or go home.
That's it. That's it. That's how we do it.
And I think our kids are like that too. They know.
I agree wholeheartedly. They rise to it every single year.
100% every year.
And and it's become a culture of excellence over there. And the three of you take it to all new levels. It's not just the scenery and the special effects and the quality of the audio. The singing is incredible. Like the dancing, the fact that you have that many bodies on stage in perfect harmony is just pretty amazing. And
that's all Jen. She's our music. I mean, this year, I don't even know. We joke about it all the time. Like just there's Samoan, right? There's
okay. So Jen, I was going to say, so Jen, this one's for you. Would you prefer to teach the kids Samoan or Swahilian? Because I know that you've done both now. Is she froze?
She might be frozen. I don't know.
She might be frozen. I can see that she's I think she's self-muted.
Oh, no.
So Jen is frozen in time. We might get her back. I don't know if she knows if she's frozen or not, but we may get her back. For those
there
of you, she's there. So she's here and she's not. So we'll take, hold on. Let's see if we can add her back to the stream. If she's still going to be frozen in the stream, who knows?
This is the joy of technology. We're telling you,
it is.
You can't,
Linda took center stage for a second, but we could team up there. We could team up. It's fine. We have a few Carreras in the household, so it's all good. It's all good.
Fit in with one of them.
So of all of the shows, I'll probably get in trouble for this. Do you have a favorite, or is it like choosing between children, or you don't really have one? I don't know if I'll get you to commit to that, but
no, I think I have like a favorite moment from every show. Like, and they're all different, and that's fair, right? Wouldn't you say, Jen?
That's fair.
I would agree. There are elements of every single show we've done that have melted my heart and, brought a tear to my eye. I do have to say, from start to finish, I think that the one that really, really was like, I don't know if it was just the most challenging because of the costuming and, the set and the different, styles that each character had to be. But like, I thought The Lion King was pretty special. Yeah. I think on Broadway, it's special and it's in a class all by itself. And I think the junior version is just as special, really but I would have to agree that there's definitely a moment from every single show that I, will always hold a place in my heart.
That's very fair. That's very fair. I won't push the envelope.
The PC version.
That's very fair. And I won't push the envelope. All right. So ladies, I have to get to these super talented kids.
Definitely.
The reason that we're all here. So welcome again to the show. Genevieve, Camilla, Jocelyn, and William. Guys, I'm so excited that you're here. I can't wait to see the show. I'm going to get everybody unmuted and in. Let me make sure I caught everybody. But welcome to the show. So I kind of gave you guys some questions to get ready. Let's start with Genevieve. So Genevieve, what's your character in Moana Jr.?
I played Chief Ancestor 1.
So what's your song? I might ask you to sing some.
We Know the Way and Song of the Ancestors.
Oh, can you do a little We Know the Way for me? I put you on the spot. It's okay. She's like, no, a couple.
You got to pay for that, Mr. Valentine.
Right, right.
I do. I do.
So Genevieve would tell you there's 3 main ancestors, and she's Chief Ancestor 1.
Okay.
And they are the storytellers throughout the show. They bring you back.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool.
So Genevieve, you're super important in that you keep the story going for the whole show.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You're like our narrator, one of our narrators.
Yep, absolutely.
So what do you love most about that character? What do you love most about that part?
I like that she supports Moana through the whole
thing, right?
I love that. Listen, don't forget that heroes need help. Mm-hmm. And we know sometimes she's not getting it from Maui, right? Right, Jocelyn? We know that sometimes Maui's not being all that helpful. Listen, don't worry. We're gonna get Maui in the hot seat soon. So we'll get him there. Is your song your favorite song from the show, or do you have another favorite that maybe you don't sing?
I like my songs, but then I also like Warrior Face Reprise. I don't know. I just like it.
I gotta hear this Warrior Face now.
Uh-huh.
So that's it. Genevieve, you just sealed it. I have to hear Warrior Face at some point.
Very
because
good.
you're the second person to confirm that Warrior Face is a favorite of yours. So if you could play any other part, I'm going to put you on the spot. If you could play any other part besides your own, what's the part that whenever you're watching, you always are like, man, I wish I could do that one too?
Instead of Moana, because we all want to play her. Probably Grandma Tala.
I love Grandma Tala. That's a good pick. Mm-hmm. That's a good pick. Do you have a favorite line from the show?
I like all of them. I don't have a favorite.
It's fair enough. As long as we don't forget the lines, right?
That's right.
Do you guys ever get scared?
She never forgets the lines.
Yeah.
She does not. No.
She's a rock star.
Do any of you guys ever get scared about forgetting lines? Or is this has this year been easier because you can restart?
It's easier just because you can just restart it or go back over it and try it again.
Yeah. But is it frustrating for anybody? Does it get frustrating if you forget a line and you have to start recording again? Jocelyn. For those listening, Jocelyn just shook her head up and down and said, absolutely. And don't forget so this is going to be playing live on YouTube. So this stream will be playing on YouTube, but we have an audio only podcast. that you can download at www.thisdislifepodcast.com. And then whether it's on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, on Google, on Amazon Music, we're everywhere, guys. We are we're everywhere. So you can play it on your iPhone or even on your smart TV. Camilla, tell me about your part. Who do you play in the show?
I play Pua and Tamatoa.
I love Pua. My favorite.
do.
Pua, I'm a huge fan of Pua. So Pua, and that's what's cool. So what's so different about Pua from the movie to the show?
Pua, well, they have lines, and in the movie they don't. And Pua keeps everybody in line a lot.
I like that about it. And already here's reason number 2 that I'm getting really psyched is like Pua has lines, so I can get a little feel for what Pua was really thinking in the show. So what's your favorite song from the show?
Where You Are Part 2.
It's a good one. Do you like to sing that one walking around the house?
Sometimes.
I'll give you a little secret, but you can't tell anybody or the people that watch us. I do too.
Yes.
I do too.
He does.
And
all the time.
Yeah. And Mrs. Valentine makes fun of me because I'll put on the long curly wig and I'll walk around and I'll sing Moana. I don't really do that.
You'll have to borrow William's muscles.
Yeah.
I will. And I don't take that personally, my dear.
No. They're huge. We make a big, giant, huge.
Exactly. I'm not going to take that personally. No, they're huge muscles, not like yours.
Maui muscles. They're their own thing.
So, Camilla, if you could play any other part, is there a part that you really would love to play too?
Hey Hey.
I like Hey Hey.
Your psycho.
You're
so funny. So, do you do a lot of scenes with Hey Hey in this show?
Yeah.
I like that probably is hilarious. Sometimes the comedy in these shows are the best parts. I always would love whenever I'd be in a show and I get to do funny stuff because you get a chance to steal the scene, as they say. So what's your favorite line from the show?
When Pua says Hey Hey, when she's like when Hey Hey's talking about Grandma Tola, how she's a little bit crazy. And then I yell, Hey Hey.
Well, she is the village crazy lady, right?
She sure is.
So, and again, what a fun. That's the cool thing is this show must have so many fun parts and it must have so many great characters. I cannot wait to see it. Again, just to pause. So the show is going to be all week long. That if you get this, and Janet, can we talk about that really quick before we get to
Sure.
Moana and Maui? So tell us how it works, because it's obviously not live on stage. It's you guys have put together this amazing technological performance. How does it work?
It's called video on demand, the technical term for it. And basically what you do is when you purchase a ticket, which you purchase one based on the number of household viewers or number of devices that you're using, if you're using more than one device to watch it. When you do that, you are going to be sent a customer code. And basically from 7 p.m. on February 10th through 11:59 p.m. on Sunday, February 14th, you have the option to view it. When you do put in the code, your 48-hour viewing period begins, and you basically can watch it anytime during that 48 hours and as many times as you would like in that 48 hours. So it really is truly like renting a movie on demand.
And you can watch it as many times as you want.
Watch it as many times as you want. And your 48-hour period is really up to you. If you have stuff going on Thursday and you want to wait and start it on Friday, you do it on Friday and you have until Sunday. So it really gives the families and, those viewing flexibility for when they can, work in family time. Because we know it's also a holiday weekend. And of course, Valentine's Day. It's definitely worth it.
Yeah,
it is.
And you can see we put the link up. That tickets are on sale now. Tickets have been on sale since January 1, but you go to that URL and we're going to also have it in the show links. We're going to have it in YouTube in the video description. We're going to splash that all over Facebook as well. So don't worry, it's not a clickable link, but you're going to be able to click on that link, purchase your tickets, and then once that viewing window opens, They're going to be all ready. They're going to be all set for you. And again, it's pretty amazing. It's going to be magical. I can't wait.
You can also go to the regular website and just type in HB Drama Club, and it will take you directly to our Moana Jr. link. So even if you didn't catch the last bit of the link, you can just go to the general showticketsforyou.com website and just type in HB Drama Club, and it'll take you right there.
We just lost Maui. He went to fight
Lalakai.
Yeah, he went to go fight the giant crab. What was the giant's crab name? I'm forgetting the giant. Tamatoa. So that's where he went for a second. We're having some Wi-Fi. So let's talk to the legend Jocelyn Carreri, who is playing Moana, and Maui. She and Maui are together. Splitting the Wi-Fi. Hey guys, how's it going? Well, so this is Jocelyn. Jocelyn and William are ready to go together. The great thing is when we lose Wi-Fi in one window here, we go to another.
Right.
So William, I'll start with you then. I thought I lost you to go fight Tamatoa, but I got you. So what is it like to be a demigod? Like, be honest. You don't have to be humble. Does it just feel good that people are finally realizing that you're a god?
Yeah.
It must feel pretty amazing, right? So what's it like to put on the muscles?
Long story.
Well, it depends on who does the muscles. I think that's really what it boils down to.
You don't want me to do the muscles. I did a terrible job.
It went bad last time.
It went pretty bad. It was pretty bad. So I have been fired from muscle making.
Well, we'll talk. I'll chat to you later for that. So, William, what's it like to be a god? Is it fun? Is it cool?
It's very fun, and I like it because I know that I'm also a very important part in the show.
Yeah,
and that it's just very fun.
Well, this is all happening because of you. You know, you took the heart.
It's true.
Yeah.
And you kind of listen. I have to let you know, my man. You kind of caused all the problems here with everything going on. It's all your fault. And now your sister, who plays Moana's got to fix it. So listen, I'm not saying you done goofed, but you kind of done goofed, my man. You should have put the heart back. So what do you love most about Maui?
I love how he's very energetic.
Yeah.
Funny. I like it because I'm also sometimes very funny too.
I agree. I agree with you, sir. Do you like? So, is your favorite song of the show "You're Welcome"?
Yeah.
Do you?
He's
so
amazing.
Jocelyn, I'm going to ask you now. I'm not going to ask him. Does he walk around the house singing "You're Welcome" all the time?
Sometimes.
Does it get a little annoying? No, she's such a good sister.
I can't blame anyone.
So, William, I think I know the answer to this one, but I got to ask it. If you could play anyone else in the show, would you?
If I had to pick, I wouldn't play anyone else because I love being Maui. But if I had to pick, I'd be Moana's dad. Spoken
like a true demigod. You don't have to want it, or it don't have to be anyone else. Maui would be my pick. So William too, and I kind of said to Mrs. Valentine and to Mrs. Prundle, I said, hey, listen, I've done Daddy Warbucks. If you need a Maui,
he did.
I could do it. I'd really like to do it.
And we came home after auditions, and what did I say to you, Mark? I was like, "Oh, sorry, that spot is most definitely filled."
Yeah.
Yep. 100%. And you can tell in the recordings just how much fun William is having playing Maui. He lights up.
Kid.
Yep.
We talk about it all the time. He's hilarious. And him and Jocelyn together, oh my gosh, so funny. It's so funny.
William, what's your favorite line as Maui?
My first favorite line would have to be when I say, hey, it's okay, we're dead soon.
I knew somebody told me that was your favorite line.
So why do you have to say that, William? What part? Like, tell him a little, like, why he's saying that. He's like, oh, why is Maui so upset?
Because my hook, either it was that my hook was broken.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was my hook was broken, and Jocelyn's trying to give me like a talk, and I'm ignoring her, and we're on the ship, and I'm just like, hey, it's okay, we're dead soon.
I can't wait. I cannot wait to see it. All right, Jocelyn, you've been like super patient. Thank you for she's just sitting there like waiting as we're talking to everybody. Jocelyn is going to be playing Moana. You were Peter Pan last year, right? You've been doing shows for a while now, right? You've been doing you have a lot of stage experience since second grade. I know that Isabella got like a little bit of background with the baby animals in some years too. So you like in some of the shows you got pulled into when they needed like a younger student. So you've got some stage experience. What do you love most about being Moana?
I just love acting and singing, and it was kind of difficult to do like all recordings and all that stuff because I am a person to, if it's not perfect, it's not the one I'm submitting. And Mom finally said, "You know what? Submit it," and I was like, "Okay," but it was pretty fun.
So, what is your? I'm gonna ask it. I know the answer. I mean, like. As Moana, I kind of know the answer to this, but what's your favorite song in the show?
Okay, so I'm going to surprise you.
Ooh, hot take. This is what we call a hot take, Jocelyn.
There's two. So one is the, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's where everyone's saying the different language.
Okay.
Ha-hey or whatever. I don't know how to pronounce it. But then my second one's How Far I'll Go.
Okay.
I love that one.
I was going to say, we got to have How Far I'll Go. Are
you talking about the Tugo Tagaloa?
But I don't know how.
And your ocean dancers are giving you the heart of Te Fiti.
Oh yeah, that's. Really
Isn't that the quarterback of the Miami Dolphins? Tua.
Yeah.
Tua.
But this is like too low.
He has a song in Moana. Not only was he the quarterback at Alabama, go James, right? Roll Tide. James is one of my fellow co. So he'll be very happy to see that Tua is in Moana. So now you have at least one person who's a huge Alabama fan who's definitely going to buy it because he loves Tua. But what if you did not play Moana, Jocelyn, who would you want to be in the show?
So I would either be the grandma or maybe Pua. I don't know why. I just like Pua.
So cute.
There you go.
Plays at doing it.
Well, Pooh is so great, and Hey are so wonderful. So listen, for the audience that's watching on YouTube, just by a show of hands, when you watched Moana, did you cry when the grandma like turned into the Ray? I know Mrs. Valentine did. Did anybody? I'm holding my hand up let the record reflect. I'm holding my hand up, as is Jocelyn. Genevieve,
I cry every time she sings that part of the song.
Yeah.
Mrs. Prindle and I forget it.
Mrs.
The How Far I'll Go reprise.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is my absolute favorite.
When the grandma comes back. That's
my God. It is such a beautiful, powerful moment. It's and that's the one that I think is the most different from the movie, is because the layers of the ocean is singing to her and the ancestors are singing to her. And it's such a cool moment.
It really is.
I think we were trying to record and I was singing it and they start crying. And inside of me started laughing. Almost started to laugh. I don't know why.
That was our first one, right? That wasn't the final one.
Yeah. No, it was the first one.
So what's it like, Jocelyn? Now I want to ask you, what's it like living with a demigod?
There's some pain. There's some good parts. He at least tried him. I tried bribing him today, saying, I'll allow you to stay in my room if you make my bed. But he didn't do a good job, so.
I love it.
Maui has a lot of making up to do.
He does. Listen, when you take the heart of Te Fiti and you cause you have a lot to atone for, so to speak. But I am so excited. I can't. So to those of you that are listening, I can't stress this enough. If you want to have something just really fun to do, something different, definitely, again, it's going to be streaming from the 10th to the 14th. You go online. I'm going to flash up the URL. You can go to the site, you purchase your tickets, you go to thisshowticksforyou.com. The URL is there. Get your tickets. And then that entire from the 10th through the 14th, you have a 48-hour window that you can check this show out. These kids are, when they're on stage, They just are something to behold. They're like magical on stage. I love the fact that they did not let COVID dull their sparkle this year. And it's so admirable. Like, you inspire me with this. Like, I am so happy that you guys are doing this show. And I have to tell you, like, of all of the podcasts I've ever done, like, I'm really honored that you guys are sharing this episode with me today, because I'm like so inspired by you normally. And just the fact that you did not allow the rest of the craziness going on to like really stop you is just amazing. So this is for you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
And Janet, Linda, Jen, who we lost connection. We lost connection with Jen, but then again, to explain it, so they were sharing Wi-Fi 3 ways. So we had Jocelyn, we had William, we had Jen back on screen. We were testing the limits of your Wi-Fi connection today.
I know. It does get tested regularly, but StreamYard must have just really loved us.
And please accept this apology to Bobby, who is your husband and also my best friend, who's probably annoyed that his Xbox right now is probably not working correctly because we just soaked up all of the Wi-Fi in your house. So Bobby, this is for you. I'm sorry, my friend. I'm saying it to the world. We're sorry that we ruined your Xbox experience for the last 39 minutes. Please accept my humble apology. The sushi is on me next time, my friend. And guys, to the kids, do you guys want to say anything really quick? Do you want to say hi to somebody? I believe they call this a shout out, which is okay. That's still not an uncool thing to say. There's still a shout out is still okay, right?
Yes, that's okay.
Do you guys want to say thank you to any family or just say a little something to brothers or sisters?
You want to start, Jocelyn and William? What do you guys want to start? You have anything you want to say to anybody? All your fans or your friends or your family?
All of our family, definitely. Especially to my grandma, Aunt Eileen, and Granny, because they let us record at different times there, which is really nice.
That is nice.
Shout out to Jenna and my mom and dad.
I gave a shout out to your dad, but I apologize that I ruined his PUBG. And he probably got mad at me. Genevieve, anybody you want to thank for helping you out or just maybe helping you rehearse?
Hi, family.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Listen, you always got to say thank you to the family, right? It's big. Family's always there for you. Camilla, anybody you want to say hi to or thank?
Thank my parents and say hello to my sister and my friends.
That's awesome. Guys, I can't wait. I cannot wait to rent the show. I cannot wait for Moana Jr. I'm really sad that I don't get to be backstage this year, moving set pieces and opening curtains and flying people in and out. But I still this is really cool that I still get to hang out with you. I wish we could have all of the kids. And listen, the truth is these kids are just adorable. They're amazing. They have the talent. The 5-minute clip that I saw from the intro of the show, the audio quality, the voices, it had me floored. So don't forget, check this out. Head to that site. You can go and rent it now. Get your tickets ready. You don't want to miss it. But what a fun way to spend time with the family. It's something different, and it's supporting a group of kids that are just amazing, and they would not let the world beat them. And that's what we're all about. We're all about the magic. And I want to say again, thank you to Janet, thank you to Linda, thank you to Jen for what you do with these kids, and just a bigger thank you to the teachers that are out there on the front lines, that you guys are doing this every day, whether it's in your classroom or it's on a stage. As a former teacher, as someone who's living with, I never get this right. Someone who's living with the teacher here. I'm really just indebted to you guys in the way that you continue to do this. And it's almost like we haven't missed a beat in the middle of the pandemic. So thanks to the teachers that are out there, not just the ones that are in this live stream. Thank you for what you do. You're magic makers every single day. And again, guys, please don't forget, go out and check out this show. Let's support this drama club. And if you do listen to the podcast and there's other projects that we can support too, let us know, because that's what we want to do. We want to highlight people who make a difference in the world. And you guys are making a difference in the world by putting the show on. Believe me, it really helps. And it's going to be good for people out there that need something positive and uplifting. This show is going to bring it. I know it for sure. So thank you so much for joining the show. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me in the Tiki Room studio. So we never say goodbye here. We always end the show with, guys, we'll see you real soon. which is a very Disney thing to say. But we also end with, I hope that your week is filled with faith, trust, and pixie dust. So thank you. We'll see you real soon.